Announce. We're very excited to have Jennifer Davey here with us today. Before she comes on, we're going to take a little tour of the Houston Quilt Show together and go through it. And boy, you will be amazed at the talent that's out there. You are part of that great talent, so thanks for joining me. And then we're going to do things a little different next week. I just wanted you to know that we're going into our 12 days of Christmas, and so I'm very excited about that. And with the 12 days of Christmas, we're going to have our live event at 11 o'clock on Tuesday next week. That's 11 o'clock Mountain Time. And then we're going to show the rerun of it at 1 o'clock, so nobody has to miss out. And you know you can watch the reruns. Just go to graceframe.com, click on Tuesdays with Grace. You don't have to pay anything to register. Just register and you can watch it anytime, because I don't want you to miss out on any of the techniques and tips and tricks and see all the beautiful quilts, everything that's going on here at the Grace Company, so that we're getting ready for Christmas. Next week, we're also going to show you a little bit of our decorations and what that looks like, and join us for, I'm going to reinvent my Advent calendar and give you a new idea, a new little twist on it as well. And also, we just want you to stay tuned, because at the end of this segment, we're going to give away $200 gift cards. And so that's two of you wonderful customers out there, so that it's Christmas time and we want to show our love and appreciation for you and all that you do, and for staying with us. So stay tuned to the very end, and we'll pick out two wonderful quilters, and you can spend those $100 here at the Grace Frame. And then I just wanted to remind you again that the 12 Days of Christmas is coming on, and so join us for all of our fun segment, live events, and everything that's happening here at the Grace Company. Look and register so that you can stay tuned for what's going on. We've had some great, fabulous sales for our Black Friday and our Cyber Monday, so if you haven't taken advantage of that, call and see what we can do to help you get your quilting journey going and help extend it. So let's get started, and let's go to Houston for our pre-recorded segment, and then you'll come back live with both Jennifer and I. So we'll see you back here in a minute. Everybody, welcome, and thank you for joining me today here in Houston, Texas at the International Quilt Festival. Jennifer is the newest member of our quilting group, of our Grace group, in fact, and she has so many gifts and talents that she's going to bring to the table here at the Grace Company. This is Jennifer Davey, and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do. And
well, here at Grace, I'm going to be helping here on social media and working with our ambassadors, which is really exciting. I have a long history of sewing and quilting and teaching sewing, so I'm really excited to be a part of the group.
Yeah, so just remember we're live, so we're going to have a lot of wonderful quilters walking in and out, but we're going to go and introduce you to the quilt show and show you all the fabulous quilts. Maybe not all of them because they're so incredible, but we're going to spend some time talking about them. So come on. This quilt here is absolutely spectacular. It is hand dyed, and it's raw edge applique that they've done. And notice around the outside how they did all the embellishing with the quilting. It's just a lot of fun.
I love the combination of the hand embroidery and the free motion quilting that they used.
It's a lot of fun. So this next one is just really, it's a whole cloth quilt that they designed themselves. And I thought it was really cool. It looks like several different pieces, but it's not. It's the quilting that they did on this that really makes it stand out and looks like it's pieced. That was very fun. I thought this was pretty cool.
The texture is beautiful.
Yeah, isn't the texture great? It's fabric painted, and she used wool. That's what she used.
Yeah, that would be that beautiful texture.
Yeah. I really liked this lettuce. It was so attractive, and all the veining that they did. So this one is hand painted as well, and she used raw edge applique, but she just accentuated all of her designs. It's really incredible. Look at all that detailed quilting. Okay, so there's some pretty amazing ones here. Point out one, Jennifer, that you really like.
I think the angel is beautiful. I love the handkerchief. It looks like lace coming out of it. It may actually be a lace hanky, so I might need to get a little closer.
That's pretty incredible how she put the coins on there as well.
And the leaves that are draping down are also like 3D in texture as well. Oh my goodness.
I know, that is so cool. I don't know how they did that. Can you figure it out?
So it looks like what they did is they quilted these pieces and then they cut each one out. So it looks like they have 2 fleece layers in between 2 black pieces that she quilted in channel quilting.
That is so unique and different. I've never seen anything like this. This one's pretty cool as well. It looks like they thread painted and they've made it pop. So they've stuffed it. So it really stands out. Yeah.
Kind of style.
Yeah. This one, they just did straight quilting on it. But look at, it's just such a neat piece. And as you stand back, you just get a nice effect.
It's kind of calming.
Yeah, it is. I thought this was really neat. It's called Highlights.
The design reads like doilies, so it looks like lace from the center out. It's beautiful.
Okay, this one was curved, but they've added the red stripes, so it's the striped fabric, but if you come in closer, it's just raw edged.
Do you think she cut those on the bias in order to get those nice,
Yes,
beautiful
I think
curves?
so, because it lays so nicely, and she's been able to quilt it without any little folds or wrinkles, so she really did a nice job. Here's some eggs for your morning, afternoon, and evening. So many, sunny side up, little runny yolk.
One of our ambassadors has a really fun pattern for a Friday quilt, and it reminds me of that. I love the quilting on this. They did a very beautiful job, and the little waves and stripes and the textures that are added are really nice. I love that this egg drips down on the
I know, it's awesome.
well.
Yeah, that was very clever. Notice that. That these are all the little tiny. This is our True Cut. We sponsored this, okay?
Yes.
So this is this True Cut sponsored category. It's the miniatures, and we love it because the cutting has to be really precise and really accurate. And as you're looking at these little miniatures, look at the detail on the quilting. It's just incredible what they've been able to do.
Those feathers are incredible at that size.
And look at how they made them pop using the threads and the colors. Wow.
That might be the tiniest pebbling I've ever seen. That is amazing. That one's fun because it has like the Dresden points going around,
It's
all
a
the
lot
way
of fun.
around. Those colors are beautiful too.
Look at this one, the equestrian one. That was a lot of fun. Look at that feathers on those.
Wow. Yeah, that is so tiny. Are those yo-yos?
Yeah, they're little tiny
my
yo-yos,
Goodness.
but it's like they're tatted. Do you think that's tatting? I think that's tatting.
Could be. I feel like I'd have to be like touch it, but I can't touch it.
You know, that's a no-no around here, touchy. But you really want to. It's like, yeah, we do. We have to be really careful. But then this is just a fun category.
Those matching points, nicely done.
Yes. Anyway, we're headed to the grand prize winning categories in each groups. This one's called Dear Humans. It's by Sue Sherman, and all the quilting on it. The texture of the hippo and the rhinoceros and all the animals, it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, the detailing, and we have the fans up in the sky as well in the quilting that adds some motion to the sky, which is pretty incredible. And they did a knife edge for the finish on it as well, which is very nice.
All right, this one here is the best of show in machine artistry.
Just gonna take in all the details.
Oh, yes.
We've got some Coco Pele's as the motifs in here too.
The next one is grand overall show prize.
Oh, that's
Pretty
incredible.
amazing.
The highlights and colors are beautiful.
And this is
Beautiful.
Angela, and she made this beautiful quilt that you're seeing right here. You can tell us a little bit about how you created it. So
This is a sample piece. It's all foundation pieced. So there's foundation paper piece. So there's 49 pieces in each little square, including the little black border.
So I just want to know, did you have people helping you tear away?
But the foundation is still in there.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
So it was
Vast
on the
majority
foundation.
of-
Okay.
yeah.
How did you
Tiny
quilt
things.
it? Was it just straight? Because the
Yeah.
quilting is so perfect and so precise.
The quilting is just straight line in the ditch.
Nice.
And
A
just
classic.
vertical. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very bare minimum of quilting.
Yeah.
It's all about the piecing.
I love your play with color and
Thank
light in that.
Nice
Yeah,
job.
it's beautiful.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
It's so nice to meet you too.
You too.
Yeah. Here's a couple other grand prize winners. This one right here is contemporary artistry. You don't have to be a lover of modern to appreciate all the work that goes into it. It just is so much fun.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some raw edge applique and it just feels very
And it is just wonderful.
just art. It's lovely.
Yeah. This one right here is called Born to be Wild, and you see why. It's machine applique embellished and quilted, and it's free motion stitched, and it's collaged and couched and thread sketched.
She has intentional holes in this quilt and it's
Yeah.
kind of incredible. And her edges are it almost looks burnt.
Next category is one that we sponsored with the Grace Company, and it's traditional artistry.
I adore her finishing around the edges with the yo-yos and the Santas and the gingerbread and stockings. The attention to detail in this piece is just phenomenal.
She's so clever, so creative.
I do notice the sewing machine on the bottom there,
Yes,
and the
isn't
price
it fun?
stitching up some sort of fun
Yeah.
Christmas gift, and the buttons and the thread.
And there's actually a
Lovely.
turkey in the oven. So
Right.
you can't pull down the oven door, but there's actually a turkey cooking in there. It's so cute.
And we've got cross stitch up in the top
I
left
know.
corner with a hoop. There's a hoop on there,
Yeah.
and a mini quilt hanging on the wall. Yeah, I could sit here and stare at this
Yeah.
for many hours.
What's so much fun, Jennifer, here at the show is quilting has really changed and it has
Absolutely.
evolved. You have traditional, you have hand quilting, you have machine quilting, and just about anything goes now. If you can
Mhm.
think it and dream it, you can make it happen.
Yeah, I love watching the intermingling of right here, the one we're looking at, it looks like we've got tons of hexies, and those were probably hand quilted together. But then we also have applique and traditional quilting techniques on top of that.
And
So
over here you have the mariner's blocks and applique, and they fussy cut these borders to put the flowers in them.
those roses are just beautiful. They
And you
just
can
have a
see
very
all the
3D
little
feel to them.
circles too. Every one of those circles is appliqued on.
That's a little smaller than our 360 cutter will cut
Yeah,
for you.
That's right.
But that is a lot of fun circles in there. This one's fun.
This is hand quilted, everybody.
So it's probably a needle turn applique.
Uh-huh.
These flowers are probably a needle turn as well, but this is where
Right.
it's reversed. So they put the backing fabric behind
Mhm.
and they peel it back. Oh, she's got lace in there too.
Yeah. Look at all the thread painting and the quilting on this.
You want to give a guess on how many bobbins she went through to do all that thread painting?
And this is all raw edge. So she made her texture, cutting out a bunch of little teeny tiny pieces, makes it pop. So these are the portrait quilts, the pictorial category.
I'm always floored that they can translate a photo in such a way, and when you're close you can see the details and you back up and it just does, you can't even tell it's done in fabric.
And this is just some more applique, and they've just done a cityscape.
I love the flow of the sky
Mm-hmm.
and the sparkles behind the hotel sign. It adds just a little more extra depth.
This is another scene where they've used thread and paint. Paint is really popular this year, painting the fabric.
Yeah, the tiny little pieces they used for those leaves, and then the shadowing really gives you that depth of looking through the trees.
This is a fun little dog, and it's painted as well.
I love the play of the background. She has these geometric shapes in her quilting that looks like the bubbles, like they're actually chasing the bubbles in the sky.
This is such a fun one. It's all circles, and then she pebbled all the way around it. And it's called Spiral Vortex by Karen Lambden from San Antonio, Texas. And she did fused applique and machine quilted.
I think that's an eyelet almost around the outside edge. It looks like a black embroidered eyelet.
Yeah, it's embroidered, it looks like. This is the challenge that they had this year. So I'll just come right over here. It's graffiti.
So they have 8 colors of fabric, and they have to only be 20 inches by 20 inches finished. And the color palette has been chosen by Cherrywood with their challenge. The fun personalities in each one. It just so fun. I like the glow on the one next to Marilyn.
Right here. Friends Forever right here.
Kind of like an X-ray. It just gives that glow behind. It's kind of incredible.
I think this one's really fun. It's called Fractured. Oh my gosh, there's not one that's boring. Oh, and here's a giraffe right here. Look up, look way up. This category here is rock, pebble, and stone. Do you have a style of quilting that you really like and that you're just drawn to? Or do you just like it all like me?
I'm really with you. I really am. I really love to see the mix and match, and I love to see what people are capable of doing with needle and thread. It just is
amazing.
Yeah, fantastic.
You guys inspire us, so keep it up. Houston is a fun show. If you ever get the chance and you've never been to this show, there's so many classes that you could come and take, and the opportunities just to be amongst a vast variety of quilters who are incredible. Come down to the International Quilt Festival and join the fun, because we have fun here every year.
Absolutely. Find one close to you. If you can't make it all the way to Houston, there are quilt shows all across the globe, really. So find a one close by, or even a county fair. You'll find a lot of amazing artisans in your area too.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Jennifer, for coming and joining the team. She's going to be the greatest addition that we've probably ever had. So we're really honored and blessed to have her here. So thanks, and we'll see you next time for Tuesdays with Grace. So come and join us and learn something new and see some incredible quilts. We'll see you. Bye-bye. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for walking the show with us. That was a lot of fun. And thanks, Jennifer. She's live at home, working from home. She's in California, and like I said, she's the newest addition to the Grace Company, and we're very, very excited to have her. So, Jennifer, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have been sewing since I was little, but have gone quite a journey through, like, my first job was House of Fabrics. I've done jobs in industry as a tailor, as doing alterations, all the way through being a designer for other for companies and showcasing their products through design. But I just absolutely love any opportunity to find cool things I can do with machines and thread and sewing and fabric. And I love fabric and sewing and collecting all those things as well. So, I mean, it goes deep and long, and we could probably be here for hours if I actually detailed all the things that I've done. But I love it. And I love learning and growing and doing more and more. There's always opportunities to learn. So,
yes, anyway. You were so right on that one. Is there somebody that really inspired you to get into quilting? I mean, you have a vast background, like with tailoring and clothing and stuff like that. What inspired you, or who inspired you to start working towards quilting?
That's a good question. I think that's another one that it goes deep and goes in a bunch of different places. But I think one of the places I've worked is in a quilt shop, and being there with all of these creatives and people working on projects and serving and doing things and finding ways to serve with quilts is what inspires me. So I learn and glean a little bit here and there, and I've got people that I like to watch and learn from as well. So I don't know that there's any one that I could point to directly, but all quilters, I guess, in general, those who are putting that effort out there to sew is who I like to be around and who I like to learn from.
Yeah, me too. I hear you on that one. I kind of have a background in a quilt shop as well. It does inspire you. Every time you walk into one, it's like you see something new and you get great ideas. tell us a little bit about Houston and about how it was so much fun. I mean, this show, of all the shows I've been to, and I've been to a lot, was really a lot of fun. It was just exciting to have a presence there. So tell us a little bit about what you thought about Houston and about being there.
First, as we're watching the video, I kept wanting to lean in to look at those details again. Just being around the quilts, it's so much fun. But our booth was pretty exceptionally large this year. It was pretty fantastic. But probably my favorite part of it was the large space that we had allowed for a lot of quilters to come through. So we're able to have those fun conversations with quilters, learning about how they quilt and what they're doing and what they're working on. So beyond getting to know the Grace team one-on-one, which was a blast, the whole group is like so much fun, instant bonds, and like, I don't know, we're all family. So beyond that, just like getting that one-on-one time with the quilters that are out there, it was so much fun learning how they use our tools and what they like best and what they could use. I mean, I don't know. It was just just another great show. It's a really fantastic show. If people have the opportunity, I do recommend Houston. It's fantastic.
Do you have a favorite part of quilting? If you can pick one. If you can't, that's fine too.
I like the challenge. Like if somebody gives me a challenge of, hey, I need this or that, figuring out how I'm going to accomplish it. There's so many different ways you can. So I've had a couple of different challenges. One friend had asked me to make a Jamba Juice quilt. So where do you start with that? And what do you do with that? And so finding, I got the whole background story on how you're going to, okay, so it's a story, and this one Jamba Juice employee met this other, and they got married, and it was so cute. Now they're having a baby, so this is their Jamba baby, and they need a Jamba Juice quilt. And I was like, well, of course they do, but what does that look like? What is that going to be? So what am I going to use that inspiration to create? So with that one, I ended up creating, which I'd never done before, a paper-pieced Jamba Juice cups. And so I kind of mimicked something that was in one of their ads, but then I did another that was more Starbucks inspired, and I did that one raw edge applique. So I love that there are so many different facets that you can change out and get your message across. So I think the variety in it is actually my favorite part of it, if that even makes sense. But there's so many things that I do love about it.
So, Jennifer, if you could leave or share with us one or a couple of tips or thoughts as we're wrapping things up, what would you like to share with our wonderful viewers out there?
So one of the things I've noticed over the years, and even in the comments today, are, oh, I wish I could, or I wish I could be as good as, or what, some of the quilts that we showed, the talent there. But the more we do, the better we get. So just do and practice. And sometimes we'll make mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes are really amazing learning experiences, but also sometimes mistakes are just an opportunity to embellish your quilt. So you can put something on top of it if something goes wrong, but it just, there's just so many opportunities. But the more we do, and just do, and don't be afraid. It's fabric and thread, and pretty much anything you can do can be unpicked and redone if needed. So that's one of the things I love too, but just keep learning and growing, and that, there's more that we can and do in the process. So. Well,
thank you for being a part of the Grace Company and for adding your additional gifts and talents to this big happy family. We're so excited to grow as a company, and you are so right. These quilters out there, they have it in them. They just need to believe in yourself, and you can do it. And practice, practice, practice. And like you said, sometimes those mistakes can be embellished, and sometimes, unfortunately, there's unpickers, and we use them a lot. So thank you for being a part of this wonderful program, and we're so grateful to have you, and so grateful for you to be a part of the company. Let's give away our little gift cards, so I'm very excited about that. So Madison, do you have some customers that I can share the gift cards. And you have to email me, Carla with a K, Karla at graceframe.com. You know that email. The first winner is Melanie Taylor. Thank you, Melanie, for watching. And if you'll email me, Carla with a K, Karla at graceframe.com, I will get you that code so that you can use your gift card. And our second winner is Eva Gibbs. Thank you for joining us. And so email me and absolutely we'll get you those codes. But join us next week for our advent calendar and our decorations, and cute little Madison and Amanda will be on air, and they will be able to show you lots of great things. And here at the Grace Company, getting ready for Christmas is what it's all about. So I hope that you are starting out the holidays very happy and well, and will continue to grow as a company. And join us next time for Tuesdays with Grace. We'll see ya. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thanks.